What's good, YouTube? It's your boy HoodFacts TV, and I'm back with another reaction video. Y'all know my motto. I'm not about to hold y'all up. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers like this one right here. Get in the comments, talk to your boy. I talk back. Do me another big favor, like and share this video. So today we got a good one, man. We about to put the end to all the speculations, all the BS that's going on. Today is that day. Yes, I'm a big Jay-Z fan. I grew up off of Jay-Z for sure. So I can tell he's not the type to do what this lawyer is accusing him of doing. You get what I'm saying? If y'all don't drop this case and go somewhere and time out, go sit in the corner, man. Please go sit in the corner somewhere. Now, let's get into it. 13-year-old girl get dropped off at the award show. She's trying to get it. And mind you, this is in New York City, the Big Apple, and she's from Rochester, New York. Come on, man. And get dropped off in New York City from Rochester, New York. No parent. Father don't know she's missing. Mother don't know she's missing. Brother, sister don't know she's missing. She's 13 years old and she's waiting in New York City. Come on, man. Let's make it make sense. Not only that, on the interview, the father got on the phone on the interview and said he don't remember none of this stuff. And as a father, he will remember tragic situation like that. He will remember definitely. Because me as a father, I will remember. But look, man, I'm not about to talk y'all ear off. We about to get into this video right here, man. This video gonna explain it more than I can. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk a little bit between the video like I do. You know what I mean? But we about to get to the truth, man. Let that man Jay-Z live, man. Let's go ahead and get to it.
With these claims revolving around the ongoing situation with his longtime friend P. Diddy. The claim was that back in the year 2000, Jay-Z and Diddy took turns violating a 13-year-old girl at a VMA's after party. The girl claimed she was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend. She says that she tried to get into the VMAs but ultimately failed, and that she then approached Diddy's limo driver who would take her to an after party thrown by Diddy himself, where she claims that she was given a mixed drink that would make her lose control of her body, and this is when she was allegedly taken advantage of. And even when I read the initial court filing, I did have some questions about how valid it really was. Like, I get that it was a different time, but to me, no one in their right mind would leave a kid in New York City unsupervised for hours on end. Right. I also found it curious that she claims that she was under the influence of a substance that made her lose control of her body, but she somehow still had the wherewithal to get a grown man off of her by punching him in the face.
Make it make sense, y'all. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. I'm not. Hey, this is a lie. This is a fairy tale. That's all I'm saying. Talk to him, though. Talk to him for me.
And that she was able to run out of the room, out of the mansion, and retrace her way on foot back to a gas station, while presumably still under the influence and in the middle of the night. Also, the whole part where Diddy comes in and allegedly says, "You're ready to party," sounded like something out of a fan fiction more than anything else.
Didn't I just say that, man? I told y'all in my last video, this is a fiction. This is a book. This is a novel you can read. This is just sound like something that you could read out of a book, man. It doesn't make sense, man. But like I said before, they do this all to all the artists, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Except for R. Kelly. R. Kelly really did that shit.
And now this woman has actually come forward with an...
But not with a teenager. Not with no underage. Well, yes, he did. He did it. I guess he did do it with an underage, but not no 13-year-old. But he definitely is a sick individual.
Anonymous interview via NBC, and there is a serious lack of consistency with her story, to say the least. And before I roll the clip, I do want to try and remain as sensitive as I can.
It was on NBC. I thought it was on CNN. It was on NBC, but I definitely heard this. Now listen to this stuff, man.
Because NBC does start this by saying this woman does actually have a mental disorder, as I believe they have vetted her background, and this woman has been diagnosed with autism.
What? So you telling me she could have just been fantasizing this? Come on.
You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sound.
So yes, 25 years later, this mother from Alabama is coming forward to speak her alleged piece.
Crazy.
She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
And like I've told you guys in previous videos, ever since Diddy's house was raided and he was actually detained by the authorities, you've had all these different people coming forward making allegations of criminal activity against him. I believe the total was somewhere around 120.
And it's not right. It's just people that wants money. When it all boils down to it, man, people want money and they don't care, man. If you gonna go to jail, they don't care if they smutting your name for no reason. And once you got so much money, that's all people see. He's a bag. Once they seen that he paid Cassie, oh man, everybody's gonna come out. Everybody coming out the woodworks because everybody want a piece of what Cassidy got. But it's crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we seen what he did to Cassidy. But what I'm saying is, did he do that to everybody? Is he really a trafficker? No, I don't believe that. I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe that. Does he have freak offs? Yes, I believe that for sure. But is it a crime? Is it a crime? No, it's not a crime. So is really, really, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Let's get back to it.
20 at this point, and while I do believe a lot of those claims will be valid and they will see their day in court, I do think what will also come with that is some bad actors acting in bad faith, really just kind of looking for a payday or a settlement. And I do think that as her story kind of falls apart here in this news segment, you guys will see too that that's most likely what this was.
Exactly.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
And listen, y'all, I know she's probably trying to say something really deep there about, her experience with having autism. But to me, just off the bat, my initial impression of her is that this lady doesn't really speak like she's exactly within her right mind.
The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive.
I mean, come on, guys. This 5-hour drive, and then you're going to leave a 13-year-old kid in New York City all by themselves?
All the way from Rochester, New York, to New York City, a 13-year-old kid, and can't nobody remember who dropped who off and remember the friend and none of that stuff. Like, come on, we got to make it make sense sometimes. That's all I'm saying. We have to make it make sense sometimes, guys.
Like, did it take the dad 5 hours to come drive and pick her up?
Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
And here's where her story...
Man, clout chasing is crazy. Clout chasing is crazy. This is definitely a clout chasing move. This is definitely somebody that always probably wanted to be famous. This is somebody that think they're going to get a money bag off of this situation that's going on. It's the perfect timing. Let's not just blame it on her illness, because she's smart enough to even come up with this lie. But my thing is, man, the lawyer is stupid enough to put this out, and you got the biggest case going on in your career right now with Puff Daddy, and you mean to tell me you're going to put this allegation out about somebody else? So now once you get into the courtroom with Puff Daddy lawyer, they can use all this stuff against you. Your credibility is not really too good because you're looking to blackmail somebody. Come on, man. You supposed to have read her statement and knew that this lady was telling a lie, man. Now we can't believe nothing else that you put out.
Story really starts to fall apart as several of the alleged witnesses in this situation all have alibis for that night, and many of them were not even in the same state.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, you know, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
And so those guys are actually both members of the band Good Charlotte, and they did actually release a statement saying that they were nowhere near New York on the night of September 7, 2000. And as you can see here by an archive of their tour, they were at the Vic Theater that night in Chicago, Illinois.
Listen, man, she's making stuff up. She's making stuff up as she go along. This story is crazy. Once I read the statement, I knew that the statement. Once I heard the statement and I read the statement, I said, yo, this is a lie. This is something that you can read and be like, yo, nah, this ain't true. Like, come on, man. I just can't believe the lawyer really ran with that. That's the only thing I really can't believe. I can't believe the lawyer said, yo, we about to put a lawsuit out on Jay-Z. And I just want to know, is all the people that was screaming, yo, was Jay-Z fucking a 13-year-old girl? DJ Academics. I want to know, is he going to be yelling, oh, it was a lie, just as loud as he was trying to smear Jay-Z name because Jay-Z don't fuck with Drake? You get what I'm saying? And I said it in my last video. I said, everybody, a lot of people is going to be sorry when the truth come out.
As you guys can see, this website also confirms that information and notes that they were touring with Eve 6 and OPM. And listen, I'm not the best at geography, guys, but Illinois, it's a pretty far away from New York just to go to a Diddy party.
At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the
After the alleged, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did this guy have to come from 5 hours away? And don't worry, guys, we won't have to wonder because they do actually get a statement from the dad here in a little bit.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News,
not only that, she's all the way in New York City. He's all the way in Rochester. So he drove 5 hours. And you stayed at that gas station for 5 hours until your dad came and got you. Then y'all drove 5 hours back. That was a 10-hour drive for your dad. And he wasn't mad at all for coming to get you at a gas station and you're 13? Come on, y'all. Make it make sense.
her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind.
And to me at that point, it's like, okay, the case is closed. Her own father is saying he has no recollection of this event at all. So the people at the party she allegedly talked to, it's already been debunked. They weren't even in the same state. And now even her own father is saying, yeah, I don't remember that ever happening. That's like 2 out of the 3 key witnesses. I mean, the only other person would be like a gas station clerk. Oh, and I forgot the friend that dropped her off that conveniently already passed away. I mean, what 13-year-old has some sort of friend that's willing to drive them 5 hours away and drop them off somewhere?
Right.
Especially one who has a mental condition. I mean, come on, guys.
When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress.
Oh, man. And I know Tony Busby has been a really successful lawyer working some of the biggest cases, especially out of Houston, over the last couple of decades. With that being said, the guy is obviously an opportunist, and he loves jumping on these high-profile cases, and I think in this instance, it seems like he just flew a little bit too close to the sun.
He did, real quick. I can't believe he let that go over his head. Like, I can't believe he just was like, yo, I'm about to try. That's because I don't care what nobody say. That was just a new money grab for him. He wanted a couple M's out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nowhere in the world, if she really told him that story, he should have believed that. You get what I'm saying? He really just wanted some money off of that, man. It's no other way around it.
Like, to me, even just reading the initial court document without these other witnesses coming out and saying that the story is bullshit, I already felt like her claims were really questionable, to say the least. And it was definitely not something that I felt could be, like, substantiated in court.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of being chastised by their fans.
And Jay-Z and Rock Nation, as well as his attorney, would actually put out a statement after this news piece was released, where he says today's investigative report proves this attorney, Busby, filed a false complaint against me in pursuit of money and fame.
Yep.
This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. And that's apparently a statement directly from Jay-Z himself.
That's definitely from Jay-Z. That's definitely from Jay-Z himself. But for sure, like, come on, man. He just tried to, get some money, get a little more fame. That's all it was, man. But I think he messed up this time. And I think this is gonna hurt his case with the Diddy stuff too, because there's gonna be a lot of people that the lawyer and the DEA gonna be able to see through now, because we see what type of individual he is. You get what I'm saying?
And in a statement from his lawyer, they say, "It is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without properly vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press.
Yes.
We're asking the court to dismiss this frivolous case today, and will take up the matter of additional discipline for Mr. Busby and all the lawyers that filed the complaint." And listen,
Yes.
guys, Jay-Z has money, Jay-Z
Big
has
money.
power, and that's not just in the entertainment industry. Jay-Z actually holds a lot of political power. He's been in bed with the NFL, I believe, for close to a decade.
Yes.
And so now I truly do believe that we're going to see a bit of a war between
What?
him and this guy, Tony Busby.
A big
like I
war.
told you guys before, Tony was the one who represented all those women against Deshaun Watson a couple years ago. So you know the NFL wants to fuck with him too. I mean, Deshaun Watson, he's a disgusting person, and business-wise, that was a horrendous look for the NFL. And so you know if they have the chance to like help Jay-Z stick it to Tony in this situation, they definitely will. So yeah, guys, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens in this situation, but to me, this story does seem quite frivolous at this point. Like, I don't think this...
Like I said, I could agree with everything he said, man. Even from the beginning, when I first read the statement, I knew she was lying. I didn't understand why the lawyer, with his caliber of being a lawyer, will put that out there. That's one thing I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We know Jay-Z don't even rock like that. The lawyer credibility just went down. And like I said before, I know Jay-Z is going to go crazy on this guy. He probably got 24 lawyers waiting, you know what I'm saying, to go nuts. But like I said before, I just hope everybody that was loud before, like DJ Academic screaming that he was touching little girls because he don't like Jay-Z because he rocked with Drake. I hope you be just as loud when you broke down this young girl's interview. But y'all know my motto. I'm not about to hold y'all up. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers like this one. Get in the comments. Talk to your boy. I talk back. Do me another big favor. Like and share this video. And I'm out.